What's up, dudes? Episode 2 going down right now of how to make a Honda Navi faster. In the last episode, we played with some variator rollers. In this episode, we're going to put a Reveno clutch in and see what this sucker does. Let's do it. So let me explain a few things. So this clutch is very big. This is like basically a GY6 clutch, which is made for 150cc, 125cc. And this is just a 110. And this motor isn't much of a powerhouse. So the Reveno clutch that we've done some testing with is, this huge bell, just like this. And I think that's overkill. This clutch bell is for like the size of a two-stroke, like a Honda Dio. A lot smaller, but if you know anything about two-strokes and four-strokes, two-strokes have a lot more power and they use a smaller clutch. So in short, this large of a clutch is, in my opinion, a big waste. This engine can't handle that kind of power to even utilize that clutch, let alone these smaller clutches do the job just fine. And the lighter we can make this, the more performance. So it's a little bit of a balance. So I'm going to try to remove this clutch, and we're going to go with a smaller clutch. You know, instead of this guy, we're going to go with that guy. Got your 19 mil. Let's hit that sucker. Make sure the bike is not on. Get that sucker off. The nut, the washer, this huge freaking bell, and then squeeze this guy down like that, and then you can get it off. Just like that. So traditionally we would use this 2.0 Reveno clutch, super nice. These are made for the GY6. But like I was explaining before, I feel like this clutch is too much clutch for the 110, the little 110 motor. So I'm gonna do away with that. Here's the stock clutch. This thing weighs a freaking ton. We're gonna weigh it before and after. Now, unlike traditional clutches like this guy, you don't want a heavy-duty spring. You want this Reveno 8% spring because this is going to work perfect with the clutch. Otherwise, you're going to have engagement problems. Been down that road numerous times. So if you notice, we're running the exclusive Honda Navi clutch, and it's a lot smaller, but it's the same diameter as like what we run in a Honda Dio, like I explained. But what makes the Reveno clutch so much different than just a traditional clutch like this? Well, remember in the episode 1 I explained how rollers work. Through centrifugal force, when the variator spins, there's a ramp and rollers roll up. I don't know if you can see that, but there's rollers in this clutch. So when the rollers roll up, it locks this into place, bam, and this won't move. And then you've got this little clutch bell that goes over the top and just holds it in place. Where traditionally you would have this clutch bell and it spins like that. Well, it doesn't spin, this spins, and through centrifugal force these pads kick out like that and then grab this sucker. Once they kick out far enough, it grabs and then the wheel spins. So that's the way that works. So it's really old technology. If you know how drum brakes work, this is a drum brake, essentially. If you know how disc brake works, this clutch is the disc brake. Would you rather run drum brakes or disc brakes? Easy answer, we want disc brakes. There is one downfall about the Reveno clutch. Well, I don't think it's a downfall, but some people may. You get a chatter like that when you're running these clutches. It sounds like a dry Ducati clutch. So if you don't like that, you might not want this clutch. However, with the cover on, you're probably not going to be able to hear it. I'll do a video so you guys can know the difference. We're also going to have a little spacer. We're going to have to space this clutch out because if you notice, this sucker is way smaller than the traditional clutch. So let's just do that. Let's get it together and then we'll go from there. Let's see what this traditional clutch weighs from the get-go. So put this on here with the bell. 3,018 grams. 3,018 grams. Sweet, sweet Jesus. So we're going to need to unbolt this nut. We've got a special tool. I recommend picking up one of these suckers. We've got them on the website. this is going to be the kit. You got your 8% spring, you got your clutch bell, or guide, you want to call it on a Reveno, and then you got your actual clutch here. We've got a spacer because we need to run this spacer. I'll show you all about that in a minute. And then you've got your spring seat. That just goes back here. Just pop that in there like that. And then I'll add this as an option. You can choose if you want this or not. And then you got your freaking sticker pack. Sweet. So we need to build this clutch, and then we'll weigh it back over here and figure out what that is. All right, I got my little socket on there to make sure it's the right size. Yeah, we're good there. Now, I like to put my feet like this so I don't lose my tooth. It's off of there. Be very careful not to lose your tooth. There you go. Clutch, spring, pulley. That's what we need. Okay, there's our pulley. See how that works? This thing slides out like that. That's how the belt moves up and down. Now the Reveno spring. Gray Reveno spring. Put a little bit of Loctite on there. I like to use red. You can use blue if you want. I don't use a lot of red Loctite, but you don't want it to come loose, so that's important. So we're going to go like this. You know, you've got the same shape right here. That's the same shape as this guy. So with this, when you push the spring down, it's going to go like that. And then while you hold the pressure down with your feet, you got to screw the nut on. Now, I don't like to just crank over because this is a beautiful piece. I like to put a blue rag over the top of the socket so when you crank it down, you don't mar this all up. So that's what I'm going to do. Put that there, push this down with my feet, start this by hand, and then I'll torque it down. Let's do it. Okay, I got it started. Now, I'll put the rag over the top because it's such a nice piece of aluminum, you don't really want to mess it up. That's how it's going to look. So if you notice, the clutch is a lot different than before. Big difference. So here's the clutch. We've got to run this little spacer. That's going to go down like that. And then you've got to line these splines up here. Let me show you. See this thing, this moves all around. You got to make sure they're lined up because the splines inside of here have to line up to those. We'll do that once we get it on there. But it's going to look like that. The whole clutch will look just like that. And then we'll crank it down. We'll see what happens here. So let's do that. Pull the spacer out. We'll put that on. In order to get the belt on there, you got to squeeze this, which is a lot more difficult than before. But we're going to do that. Let's see if I can do it. There it is. It's really difficult, but I got it. There we go. Okay. Now, the spacer is going to go right through there. And then we've got to make sure our splines are lined up. And there's splines on here too, so we have 2 sets of splines we're going to need to line up. There's one set. There we go. We just want to make sure that we're not binding up on any of the, because there's 2 clutch plates back here. You want to make sure that maybe you went through one and not, not the back one, and you're about to crank down on the clutch. So just make sure everything is lined up. It's very easy to do. Okay, and then you got your washer, and then I'm going to put some Loctite on there. Crank that sucker down. There it is. We want to make sure all that works good. Let's get this sucker put on. This is a little, you got to get the top in first. Little wiggle. Make sure that was in the way. All right, remember we've got the spacer, goes back behind here. Let's do that first normally. Okay. Got the long one, goes up there. I'm not actually cranking these down, I'm just getting started. And then we got this guy that'll clamp this cable in place. The little bitty screw bolt. Let's start it, make sure, well, let's turn the kickstart over a few times. Make sure we're not binding. All right, let's start it. Sounds good in there. If you notice, you can't hear the clutch. That's the actual engine stand. If you ever heard of a Reveno clutch, you can't hear it with the cover on, so let's pull this sucker off. Oh man, I just took this little around. This has got to be a big difference. I can't wait to see these numbers. And we forgot to weigh it, so we're gonna have to take it back apart and weigh it. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Whoa, yeah! Holy sweet, sweet and sour chicken. That makes a giant, giant freaking difference with the 12-gram rollers and the Reveno clutch. Like literally, that is the CVT setup for these Navis. No joke. I pulled the clutch back out just so we can weigh it. Remember, the stock clutch weighed 3,018 grams. Put that sucker on there. Actually, we'll put the spacer on there too, because that does add a little bit of weight. Line this up. I could probably just set it there, but you know me. I gotta make everything perfect. What do we got? 1,884 grams. Let's calculate it. 3,018 minus 1,884. That's 1,134 grams. So here is a freaking thing that'll blow your mind. 1,134 grams. I just Googled. 1,134 grams to pounds. 2.5 pounds. Sweet, sweet Jesus. We just saved 2.5 pounds on our clutch alone. Do you understand what that means? That means that this clutch is 2.5 pounds lighter than the stock clutch. This is like running with weights on your feet. You take off slower, it takes forever to catch up to speed. Lighter rotating mass, lighter spinning mass equals performance. 2.5 pounds says a lot. So remember in the beginning of this series, I said we're going to try a bunch of clutches. Yeah, this is the clutch I was going to use. It's just a traditional clutch, but it's got stronger springs in it, and it's supposed to have bigger pads, which it really doesn't have bigger pads. And I think, let's see. So stock clutch, this is just clutch by itself, 1,090 grams. And then we've got our performance clutch, kind of the El Cheapo, 963 grams. You know, for me, it's not even worth testing another clutch if we already know the clutch we're running is way, way lighter, way better. It's like saying, you sure you don't want to try the Corvette when we have the Ferrari? Yeah, we'll stick with the Ferrari. We don't even want to try the Corvette. So we're not going to test this. I'm sure there's other YouTubers out there that have done this clutch, but for me, I want nothing but the best, and that is the Reveno kit. The Reveno clutch makes a chattery noise. If you don't want to know what I mean, I can show you on the ruckus, but if you listen, do you hear a chatter? Not really. This cover dampens a lot of that sound. Let's go over here and I'll start this, let me start the ruckus. The ruckus has an open belt like this, and it's really chattery. So let me show you. You hear that? It's kind of cold, but that chatter you don't get that chatter really on the Navi. You do hear it just a little, but let's ride this sucker anyways. She feels good. Got a little brake squeak. One thing I should mention is we're here in Denver, Colorado. We're a mile above sea level, which means we lose about 20% of our power up here. So there's not very many people like us, a mile above sea level. All of California, for the most part, not all of, but a lot of California, Florida, Chicago, Washington, all the big scooter states, they are sea level. So you're gonna have 20% more power than what I'm showing you. Here she is. Yeah! Yeah, 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 yeah! Need to clean that brake off, she's squeaking. She'll hit about 50. She hits about 50. But if you've ridden the Navi before, you already know what the acceleration's like. This is literally double. Top speed about 50. I need to nail that brake. Whenever you have squeaky brakes like that, normally it's just because they're dirty. So if you get in there with the pressure washer, get her taken care of. I wonder if we can do a wheelie. Ready? Nope. It's a nice night though. It's gotta be like 75 degrees in that D-town. About 6,000 feet above sea level right now. If you drink a beer up here, you're gonna get drunk a lot faster than you would at sea level. That's a little tip of the day. But there she is. Cool thing is, I got 4, just a small run right now of Reveno clutches. The newest part number, Honda Navi 110. Sweet. We helped develop this with Reveno. If you guys don't know already, we're the United States distributor for Reveno. Then you've got the spacer. The spacer is needed to install the clutch. Then you got the contra spring. That's definitely needed. And your 12-gram rollers, Reveno rollers. Got 4 kits ready to go. We have more coming in, but we started with 4. Of course, I'll put all the links in the description, so if you want any of this stuff, you can buy it. Episode 3 is coming. So do that spinning freaking backflip on the subscribe button. And the next one, I'm gonna leave it a surprise, but I'm getting excited about this. See you in the next video.